From the depths of the ocean to the edge of the galaxy, from the unheard and the unseen to the echoes that cannot be silenced. I'm the autistic bat, and this is my journey through MSEDD.
Before I can guide you, my fellow bats, into the phantoms of the ocean's depth, we first need to lift our wings above the water, in a place humans simply call air. They seem invisible, weightless, almost forgettable. Yet this is where it all begins, the very first trigger. And because it can be touched or bottled, it's so often ignored. This air we glide through is thick with hidden snares, with whispers that pull at our heart, with currents that carry us into storms we never saw coming. This air is not just atmosphere, it's the environment, the houses we pass through, the people who circle us, the webs of socials, and the relationships that cling like morning fog. And if you, fellow bat, have no tree hollow safe enough for your voice, if you cannot speak your feelings without fear of claws or ridicule, then the air itself can become a cage woven not of bars, but of silence. I lived in that prison once. I learned to hide every wingbeat of emotion, to tuck away every quirk, every wild story my mind longed to tell. I was told I was too emotional, having meltdowns, not normal, for acting authentic. My so-called obsessions, my hyperfixations, were declared faults to be erased, as though I could pluck them from my wings like fleas and cast them into the void. Secret? I never erased them. I only learned how to hide them, how to cloak them in shadows and invent coping tricks that let me survive. And so I crawled inwards into the dark of my imagination, where I crafted stories and made companions out of moonlight and whispers, friends who never mocked my crooked wings. But my origin, it was not a place that allowed me to be my authentic self. It taught me to despise my reflection, to fold my wings small, to mimic a robot rather than to fly free. So remember, fellow bats, when you guard yourself from the triggers you can touch, the bruises you can see, the air itself carries its own kind of poison. And in bat school, when the caves echo with cruelty and the halls are filled with snakes and spiders disguised as classmates, those unseen winds cuts deepest of all. See it like negative energy. If you only circle around Chernobyl skies, sooner or later the poison seeps into your wings. They grow heavy, it dulls your fur. Open up to those who lift you, who steady you mid-flight, and the ones who judge. Let them fade into the background. They will never see how deep your river runs, or the shadows you wrestle daily. Here's the secret that kept me afloat. I built my own family, my own colony of light in the dark. A story, yes, but don't you dare call it imaginary. If you do, I might squeak at you. Because these companions carried me through stormy skies when nobody else would.
There's the gray fox, my best friend that I can summon in my darkest moments. He teases me, calms me, and points out the cracks I miss, and sits close when I can't stand to be alone. He's based on a celebrity who probably doesn't even know I exist. But this gray fox, this version, belongs to me. And there's the red fox, fierce, warm, and deeply admired, married to the gray fox, both inspired by actors you might guess in the comments. But I won't say, not yet. Fear still curls in my chest, and I secretly hope to meet him someday. though I would worry I would lose my words in front of the real foxes.
The foxes are my imaginary family, the one I stitched together when reality felt too sharp. They're not an escape of the world, but a way to soften it. A reminder that I don't always have to fight alone. Later, a kind dog padded into my life. He showed me love without fear, warmth without judgment. When I opened my heart, he did not flinch, nor startle, or turn away. Instead, he stayed, steady, gentle, and true. And in time, I married that dog. Now, even through all the storms and tangled forest, we walk side by side. So, here's another little truth I will share with you, my fellow bats. I fly with one wing in reality, and the other in my own storybook. That balance is how I survive. One wing keeps me tethered to the world, the other lifts me into the sky I create for myself. Without both, I would spiral. The grey and the red fox may live in my imagination, but the comfort they give me is as real as any wing beat. They carry me through storms, remind me that I'm not alone, and prove that sometimes the family you wave inside your mind can be just as strong, if not stronger, than the people outside. So know who your foxes are. Find the ones that keep you steady during your flight, whether they're real or imagined, because wings don't always have to carry their weight alone. Hi, my name is Skylet, and you've been listening to The Autistic Pet.